When should we start teaching our children about business? For me, you can't start too early, because being in business is a continual learning curve. Wherever you are in business, however many millions or hundreds of thousands you're turning over, you're still learning. We're always figuring it out. We're always winging it to an extent. We're taking what's not worked and trying to not do that again, or we're taking what's worked and trying to replicate it and do it better. We read books, we go to seminars, we learn things, we bring people in who have maybe achieved results that we haven't, and we try and get them to help us and guide us along the way. But at the end of the day, we're all winging it. Richard Branson, to an extent, is winging it. And so we're always learning, we're always on this journey, and we never ever stop. That's what makes business so exciting. So for me, you can't start your children too early on this journey and getting them to start understanding the basic principles of what business is. So earlier this week, we decided to do a project. We decided we were going to set up a cookie stall at the front of our house, just that my children could understand the fundamentals of what business is. They could understand the idea of taking ingredients which in their own right aren't particularly valuable, but in combining them in a certain way, in certain quantities and with certain knowledge, we can produce something that's far more valuable. I wanted them to understand that concept and how you can generate wealth out of doing that. Because for me, business owners are the unsung heroes. If you can create a business, if you can take an idea that's in your head, or you've seen another business and you believe that you can do it better and you're prepared to go out and do that, I think it's absolutely awesome. It's an amazing thing, because at the end of the day, I know I'm going off on here, but the government of any country can't get the economy going. They're clueless and they're helpless. It's business owners, small business owners, who set up businesses based on these ideas, who are brave enough to do it, who employ people, who get money moving through, and who grow their businesses. That's who gets economies growing. And so for my children to start understanding how you do that by taking things and making them worth more money and selling them, for me, was a very important concept. We also decided to use it as an opportunity to raise some funds for a boy in Scarlett's class who has some difficulties with his limbs, which means he's not able to walk for long periods of time or sleep for long periods of time, and also he's unable to ride a conventional bike, and so needs to raise quite a lot of funds to buy a bike that he can ride. So we decided to use it as an opportunity to do that as well. So yesterday they designed some leaflets. They put some images on there and they drew them out and told me the wording that they wanted on there that we thought would be useful to get the right message over to the people. And then I got them going out and posting them through the neighbours' letterboxes, and to sort of overcome that fear of walking down a driveway and opening a letterbox and posting them through. They're only young kids, 5 and 6. And so this was a new challenge, a new thing that they had to do, and they had to go up and talk to some people as well. And we also went and saw some people that they already knew, and so they felt a bit braver when they saw them, so that was quite cool as well. But it was to get them to understand the idea of getting the message out there. The fact that you're going to be selling something, we've got to be getting people to that, and so that was really important. Then this morning we went to buy the ingredients, and I had to teach them about what do you buy? Do you buy the cheapest, in which case it's going to help us to make the most money but might not taste great, or do you buy the most expensive, which is going to taste awesome but you're not going to make as much profit? And so we settled on sort of middle of the road pricing and quality, so they could understand that we needed certain qualities in there, but we also needed to make money as well. And it's very important for me to teach them that we're doing this to make money. You're in business to make money. Don't shy away from that, and don't teach kids anything else and that money's bad or stuff like that. Money is important because it creates opportunities, it creates certain freedoms that we can have and help other people as well, as we've done today with the Thomas Bike Fund. So we brought the ingredients back, and then the hard work started, and we had to combine them together in the right ways to start making the cookies. Now the first batch they did, they came out a little bit burnt, but we managed to ditch them and explain that we'd lost some profit there. But they made them, and they made different varieties so they could sell to different people, so they understood that different people would maybe want different things and had different preferences. We made some Smartie ones and some white chocolate ones and some milk chocolate ones, and they mixed it all together, and that was all cool. Then the moment came of us getting the store ready, them dressing up, so they understood they had to be presentable, they had to look smart. They got them out there, and when we got out the front, nobody came to start with despite our notices, so they decided they wanted to put some music on. They made some good choices, some bad choices, or choices which I perhaps wouldn't have made, but...
Do you think this is good shop music? Can this get the customers here?
They got it out there and they got it going, and we started to get people coming to the store, which was great. When things dried up a bit, I taught them about selling on the phone. So I handed them my mobile, told them a few people that live nearby, give my mum and dad's number, and got them ringing them up so they could start to get people to the store, and that produced a bit of cash as well, which was cool.
How many do you want?
I'll see when I get there.
And they also had to meet people they'd never met before, people coming up to them and talking to them, which is quite daunting for a child, but just to get over that fear of talking to people, of selling to people, of taking money off people, of giving them something in return. I think these are all really valuable skills for us to teach our children. I also think it's important to harness their sales ability. Children are natural salespeople. What they will do is, you'll know this if you've got kids yourself, you'll put them to bed and you'll say, right, I'll read you one book, and they're like, no, read me 2 books. I want 3 books. Or you'll say, you can have a sweet, or you can have a biscuit, and they'll say, well, can I have 2? They're always trying to upsell you. They're natural salespeople. And I think it's very important that we harness that and allow that to flourish in our children, rather than sort of keeping it down or telling them that they can't have certain things, or no, you're not having this. It's important that we bring that sales ability out, because selling is a really valuable skill in the world. And then finally, we had to add up all the money that we'd made today, and obviously they thought they'd made £110 to start with, but it was important to realise that there were costs as well, and so they hadn't actually made as much as that.
So here's the important question. How much money have we made?
£110.
Scarlett, how much money have we made?
£110.
But there's a problem with that.
What?
Because we've already spent £60. So we've got to take £60 off £110. You know what that comes to?
What?
£50.
Yeah, we do.
But they had in fact made a lot of money, and they'd turned a good profit, which was fantastic. And then right at the last minute, my mum gave us an extra £20 to put in the fund as well, which was fantastic, to be able to give £130 over to Thomas's bike fund.
So should we take this money to Thomas? Should we give it to Thomas now? Come on, guys.
Yeah, it's for your bike.
Well done.
Hopefully the kids learnt some lessons. They did pie me off halfway through the baking. They'd had enough, and I had to finish off the baking myself.
What happened? You've had enough? We've got 200 to make.
And there was a couple of accidents during the baking as well.
Dude!
The wrong way, I didn't get any.
But it was brilliant. It was a great day. They really enjoyed it, and I'm sure I've started to get some cogs whirring in their heads, just so they can start thinking about commerce, thinking about selling, and understanding some of the basic principles of it as well. Why do we do things like that? To make
Money.
Yeah. And was it good fun making money today?
Yep,
And how many cookies did you eat?
about 4.
I think you ate more than 4.
I ate 2.
If you've liked this, it'd be great to hear your comments on it and hear your thoughts. It'd also be great to hear your stories as well, of you maybe trying something similar with your children and sharing the results with me. That'd be fantastic to do that. I think this is something that we should spread and that we should help our children to understand, so that by the time they're sort of grown up and setting up their own business, they're further along that ladder, they're further along that level of progression, and so we can maybe help them to overcome some of the challenges that perhaps we faced, and help to accelerate their growth and their success from a younger age, so that they can grow incredible businesses, help to boost economies, employ people, create opportunities in their life and for the people that they employ, and for the customers that they serve as well. Huge fan of business, huge fan of people who set them up, and I think if we can nurture our children to be pioneers of business, that we can all, between us, create something really exciting in the future.
Dad, we're done.
Well, well done, guys. You've done brilliant today. I'm really proud of you both. Well done, sweethearts. You've done brilliant. Well done, mate. Mwah.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker.
What's that?
You're not a Jedi yet.